I'm Steve Turano. Welcome to Ask a Real Expert. This video is a follow-up to a question I got from Phil on Facebook. He was asking, Steve, how do I maintain my body fat level yet get bigger and stronger? Now this is a common question for guys who are ripped or guys who have 10 or 15% body fat. They just want to get bigger and stronger. How do you do it? The problem comes in when this occurs. Now you get guys in the gym who think they know how to train because they're supplementing. Now, I don't care what you take in the gym. Doesn't make any difference to me. But the problem is because these substances work so well, you get guys in the gym who are doing like cable presses and weird ass exercises, and they end up getting bigger and they end up getting stronger. And then all of a sudden they think they know what training is. They think they know what hard, effective training is all about, and then unfortunately they begin to pass out advice. Now, there are some guys, some of my friends, who train very hard. But then there are a lot of guys in the gym who don't quite train as hard as they could or as hard as they should because they're getting supplements, and that really helps the progress. So when a guy asks me, man, how do I get bigger and stronger without losing weight, or how do I maintain my six-pack and get bigger? The big question is, how do I get bigger and stronger if I wasn't supplementing? For guys who have been training for a while, or for women who have been training for a while, the problem is the body begins to get used to what you're doing. And then you have to pick up the intensity level. And pretty soon, the exercises that you were doing that were making you bigger and stronger aren't that effective. Some goofy ass shit like seated cable presses on the free motion machine, or some type of one-arm cable row with the standing cable machine, or some other goofy ass shit that people do. Okay, that's great if you're supplementing and if you're getting benefits, that's great. But at some point in time, supplements or no supplements, you're going to have to bring it. You're going to have to train with free weights because that is what is most effective. Why? Because it's hard. Because it puts the most strain on the muscle. It creates the most intense muscular contraction, and that is what causes the muscle to grow. So yes, we have to use machines for certain things, and if you have an injury, you might have to use a Smith machine. I get that part. But don't tell me doing cable laterals or cable crossovers is as good or as effective as grabbing the 100-pound dumbbells, lying on a flat bench, and doing flies. It's not. It may feel hard, and it may be hard, but it doesn't create that intense muscular contraction that is needed to maximize your growth. Even if you're taking some substances, why would you not want to train hard or maximize your potential so your money and your time and your substances don't go to waste? I don't get that. But guys are happy, supplementing and then going to the gym and getting a pump and doing this and doing that and like, wow, I'm getting bigger. Yeah, you are. But why not maximize that potential? And when you stop supplementing, or for guys who never supplement, how do you get big? You got to train hard and heavy, and that means a majority of your exercises have to be free weights. Now again, if you've got injuries, if you've got limitations, yeah, you work around that. I get it. But you got to train heavy and you got to train hard, and as much as you can, you got to use free weights. After that, it's consistency. And I'm not talking about once a week or once every 6 months. It's day after day, week after week, month after month. Now, you may have a 3-day split, a 4-day split, a 5-day split. It makes no difference. How you combine your exercises and your body parts makes really no difference. If you like it that way, do it. As long as you're not tired the next day or you're feeling worn out, however you combine your exercises and your body parts, that's your deal. So it really is about training intelligently, which means using the right exercises, free weights, and the right movements that are going to give you the most amount of mass, and then training consistently, day after day, week after week, month after month, constantly bombarding those muscles with that continuous stress so your body is able to maintain that muscular growth or that abnormal muscular hypertrophy. Because when you stop training and you take away that stress, obviously your muscles begin to fade away. So you want to maintain a maximal amount of stress on the muscles when you're in the gym. Why waste your time when you're there fucking around with cables this and cable that and let's stand on one leg and curl this and do that. And I always see guys who want to maximize their bench press. They're trying 315, 365, 405 on bench, but then they'll stand with their back against the wall like they're at a firing squad and they'll curl like 30 pounds with two hands. I'm like, brother, you're benching 400 pounds. But all of a sudden, if you happen to move a little bit while you're doing curls, you're cheating. All of a sudden, you're cheating? Really? You got to do what you got to do to lift that heavy weight. I'm not suggesting you flop around like somebody who's having an epileptic fit. But if you got to move a little bit to hoist up an extra 5 or 10 or 15 pounds, you do it. That's what you got to do, because not everybody's the same. You can't stand statue still. And again, that goes back to doing the exercises, using the free weights, and doing those exercises that allow you to handle the maximal amount of weight effectively so you can create the maximal amount of muscular contractions, causing the maximal amount of muscular growth. Plain and simple. I'm Steve Turano. Train smart and train hard.